Grand Rising and bright blessings to all of my pedal patrons. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to the beginning of the July month of 2025. Welcome to a 10/01 Universal Numerological Energy Value. We are talking about endings and the blessings of beginnings as we are taking on the remainder of this summer. We have 7 total transits that are taking place today. We get a little bit of a mixed bag. We have a grand trine that's going to be coming through Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus. And so one of the things I wanted to be able to talk about in that grand trine is that there's this opportunity for new information to boost you so that you can get started. And of course, the card that we have here today is exposing and becoming a little bit more, it says exposed and revealed. So that's what this looks like. But the energy for the day is getting down to the brass tacks about confirming for yourself those things that you're gonna start taking the beginning actions on. So especially if you're a star seed, light worker, grid worker, energy worker, any of those different types of things, this is a moment where you get to tap in with your own spirit teams, even if it's just for 5-10 minutes, and put your intentions out there for the way that you want to be able to support your collective with your own businesses and or the collective of the earth. There's so much energy that is right in here for today. If you don't associate with any of those different types of things, it doesn't change the narrative. It means that this is the best opportunity for you to put the energy out there for the entire month and use the energy frequencies of the next couple of days to guide you and how those things are going to take place. Now, when we get to the energy of Thursday, there are 0 transits taking place. And I want to put that out there because it's a 3 universal day, which is an opportunity for you to get in union with other people that are going through their shifts and their opportunities. So tomorrow, when we go through Wednesday's 2 universal energy day, the universe is going to put some hard choices. Doesn't have to be negative, but it's going to reinforce those opportunities that you're going to experience today and tomorrow. But we'll get off of that for just a second. Let's go ahead and run into the map so I can show you what it looks like, and then I'll break it down to each of the astrological signs. Here we go. Okay, so we are just now in the energy of all of the shifting that's taking place. One big main thing, and then we have gaps of energy until we get to about 4:45 p.m. So effectively at 10:43 a.m., the moon currently in Virgo is having this gorgeous trine with Mama Venus in Taurus. Now what's going to happen is that at 4:45 and some change, we're going to experience the moon moving into Libra, and then we're going to have a little bit of a gap. So technically the moon is going to start shifting, but it won't land itself fully into that space until about 5:15. So we got about an hour and some change before some boosting takes place. But when that boosting takes place, the other trines that show up are going to be where the moon and the Uranus that's in Taurus get together. So that's pushing the narrative of you supporting whatever these changes are going to be. Papa Saturn having an opposition, and then also Neptune having an opposition with that moon position that will be at that time in the sign of Libra. So there's going to be some work efforts that need to be done. And again, we're looking at exposing what we know is not right and revealing our perfect next steps. Go in with your teams to assist you with that. The very last transit that's going to take place is like at 11:57, so most of us will probably be in bed. I don't know what you do in your life, but the last transit is going to be this official trine that we're going to have with the moon then in Libra with this Pluto in Aquarius. So you can see that there's a triangle. That's the grand trine. Pluto in Aquarius, the moon in both Virgo and Libra later on, both with Venus and the Uranus combinations of things. So obviously if you are any one of those signs, then there's a lot of things that are going to be taking place. Of course, Taurus, you are in that. So you guys have the easiest way of using this energy today, but all of us have these frequency shifts that are going to take place. Let's look at it like this. We are looking at the resources for the remainder of the month. We're looking at the decisions that we need to be able to make for ourselves for long-term adjustments, what needs to be dealt with, where it is that we feel maybe a little bit squeezed, but also where we know that we want to be able to go. And so for many of us, we're going to have to look at both sides of the fence, Neptune and Saturn, both forcing that conversation to take place today. And then with the opposition going on here between the Pluto and Aquarius and the Mercury, conversations could be a little bit nippy today. Even though we have Mama Venus up here, you have to be saying what you need to say, but don't try to hurt people today. Just get your point across, ease in, ease out. Trust me, tomorrow is going to be a little bit better with that Libra energy that comes in. Okay, what is the highest and best that each of the different signs can use energetically today in order to support themselves? Starting with Aries. Aries, this is going to be a day where you're going shifting into making a decision that's going to be a little bit more conventional. Maybe it's the way that you're shifting something in your job or your projects, or you're looking for that opportunity to put last month's down on rent or for a new place, or whatever the case may be. There's something that's very traditional, conventional, that you're going to want to pay attention to because it will assist you. Now, if you're a Taurus today, one of the things that's going to be showing up for you is this heightened energy of collective, little brown chicken, brown cow possibility if you happen to be married or in a committed relationship. But it also could be that you're just having a really good day. Use the frequencies of what Mama Venus is doing to support you and have great conversations today. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we actually do have our Geminis that are going to need to be so confident that you are dropping things that no longer serve you, okay? So if you have had it out with someone, if you were just absolutely done with their shenanigans, they got to go. Today's the best way for you to clear the deck. And it doesn't have to just be personal relationship. It can be business. It could be a contract. It could be anything like that we're done with this. The situation is done. Use the frequency energy today to help support you in moving forward. Now, my Cancerian friends. This is also going to be one of those same days for you, but because of the different shifts that are taking place in your sign, you're just going to be in this. I don't know if this makes me feel good anymore. I don't know if I'm really linking into this. If the Mo and the Joe are not connected with someone today, the universe is going to say, we want you to pay attention to that so that over these next couple of days, you can use the frequencies to assist you. But if it's not fulfilling your heart, then get rid of it, okay? My Leo friends, the inspiration that you can really have today is going to be asking you to let go of control of something else. So, nothing wrong with sticking up for yourself, but you also have to give people a word in order to support those things. But if you're being inspired by something, make sure you're listening more than you're talking today so that you can gain the information that you need to push you forward. My Virgo friends, listen, this is one of the best days for Virgos to go out there and start the short-term and the long-term planning when it comes to anything resources related. People, places, finances, whatever it is that needs in order to be gathered, even if you write that list down, today's the best day for you to do that, and you'll have a very easy opportunity to make those connections happen today. Now, similar is going to be both Libra and Scorpio, but for a little bit different reasons. Both of them are financial, okay? Libra, this is going to be a day where you need to really pay attention. That square, that opposition that's going to be showing up with Papa Saturn is saying, listen, if you don't really have to do it, you probably don't need to do it. Think about the reasons. Let's get down on the action, but probably don't spend too much today. Make sure your checkbook, and tells you my age, your balances are all figured out, and don't go, overboard today. Just don't do that. Same thing with Scorpio, but the Scorpio energy is leading you towards those new conversations for resources, and it very much does include money, other people, the way that you're doing things in your workspace, anything of that nature that can help push you forward. Just do it from the emotional heart space being open, and you're going to make the right decision stepping into the remainder of this week and longer. So that brings us to our friends in the Sagittarius field. So Sagittarius, you still have some of this quincunx energy that's showing up with the rulership with Jupiter and this Pluto in Aquarius. So the deal for you is going to be also very similar to what's going on with Gemini Cancer. If you don't feel confident in the conversations, the way that things are happening with other people, if you find that you've been doing the most and you're not getting that value back today, the universe is like, you know what, you should really separate yourself from what that looks like, even if you have to plan it out, because there's something that you're probably being squeezed into that's not going to be in your highest and best. So think about that, okay? Capricorns, ooh, you guys get the universe's blessing for calling someone out. So today is a day where you have to stick up for yourself, and you need to cut down any challenges that are showing up for you. Say what you need to say. Just don't hurt them. You're basically crushing the rebel forces going on that are around you. So just do what you need to do because you're doing it for the right reasons. Aquarius friends that are out here today, you've already laid out the plan. Don't stress yourself out about how the shift is taking place. Now is the time for you to enjoy the day for where you're at and keep it pushing. And Pisces, the universe is trying to tell our Pisces today, if it's not a holy hell yes, then don't do it. You deserve to be whole in your heart. Many, many blessings. Talk to your teams, you guys, and I will see you later. Bye for now. Have a great day.